Where beauty becomes eternal, in the end. Every story leads back to one truth. Beauty fades, but connection lasts. Horses have walked beside humanity longer than memory itself. Before cities rose, before borders were drawn, there were hooves on the earth and humans walking alongside them. What began as survival slowly became partnership, and partnership turned into something deeper: respect. This is where true beauty was born. Not in mirrors or medals, but in moments of understanding. A horse does not speak, yet it communicates more honestly than words ever could. Through its eyes, posture, and breath, it tells stories of trust or fear. That is why the most beautiful horses are not always the most perfect ones. They are the ones whose eyes are calm, whose movements are confident, whose spirit feels free. Across generations, horses carried humanity's burdens. They pulled plows so families could eat. They carried messengers so empires could communicate. They carried soldiers into battles they never chose. And still they returned loyal, patient, silent. That loyalty shaped their legacy. In royal courts, horses stood as symbols of power. In villages, they were family. In deserts, they were lifelines. In mountains, they were courage. Everywhere they went, horses adapted, not because they were forced, but because they trusted humans. But trust is fragile. History also carries moments of cruelty, where horses were used without care, pushed without mercy, and broken in spirit. And in those moments, something important was lost, not just beauty but dignity. Because beauty cannot survive without kindness. A horse reflects the world it is raised in. Give it fear, and it becomes distant. Give it patience, and it becomes gentle. Give it love, and it becomes unforgettable. This is why some horses leave marks on our hearts forever. Even today, when technology has replaced hooves with engines, horses still stop us in our tracks. A single glance, a slow walk, the sound of hooves on the ground, and time feels different. Slower, quieter, more honest. Horses remind us of who we used to be. They remind us that strength does not need noise. That beauty does not need permission. That freedom begins with trust. When you stand beside a truly beautiful horse, you feel it, not in your eyes but in your chest. A sense of calm, a sense of respect, a sense that you are standing beside something ancient and wise. These horses are not owned by history. They are history. And as long as there are humans willing to listen instead of control, to respect instead of dominate, the story will never end. Because somewhere, right now, a horse is running free, carrying beauty, memory, and soul into the future. Hoofbeat by hoofbeat,